Hi. So I'm double. Sorry, I'm playing Rick and Morty in the background. So yeah, I'm currently double uploading on the same day. Don't get used to it. It's not a common thing. Just today has been a fucking hell of a ride. But objectively, what I want to talk about is alters. Short for alternated states of consciousness, or alternate. Sorry. Okay, hold on. I don't want to delete it because, quite frankly, I want to be as real as fucking possible. The crackling was this popcorn bag, which says proper corn. I'm intoxicated on Bacardi and Coke. Bruh, trying to find that light in though, because I don't want to be an ugly mess. Okay, sorry. Because I've only recently actually uploaded to YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. I don't do scripts beforehand. I don't do any kind of prep. These videos are purely on impulse. Because, quite fucking frankly, I want people to see who I am. I would rather barrel than create a superficial, circumstantial persona. So, I'm going to talk about alters. Alternate states of consciousness. Most commonly associated with schizophrenia falsely, but mainly the symptoms of multiple personality disorder, MPD, or dissociative identity disorder, DID. I have alters. And that's okay. I didn't develop them in childhood. And backtracking. I personally prefer to refer to what's going on as multiple personality disorder. I am still in denial. I'm gonna just hold yous here. I am still in denial about dissociation. And this might be long, this might be short, but bottom line is, I'm gonna run you through trigger warning. Huge, well, not huge, but like very probable trigger warning. But I will be talking a lot. As I've said, my mom was an alcoholic. Rest in peace, God bless her soul, all of that. My sister died in cot death, or I can't remember what it's called. I think it's infantile unidentified death. I don't remember what it's called. I have grown up with death. Whatever. And I had grievance issues, I had behavioural issues, I had emotional management issues, as comes with that particular style of trauma in childhood. Considering the latest death that occurred was when I was 11, which was when my mum died. So I went to boarding school and I got all that dealt with, kind of. When I was 16, I was raped. And I also knew that the young man who was the culprit was a threat. And I was also indirectly responsible for my friend being sexually assaulted in a street. I'll probably talk about this later, because I am still in the aftermath of panic. I don't want to talk about it now in case I trigger another or trigger apathy. Neither of which I want. I want to just be in the moment. I am intoxicated, but I want to be as in the moment as I can. Sorry. ADHD, by the way. Said it several times. That's why my story jumps timeline to timeline, topic to topic. Like right now. But, so bookmarking, my friend was, yeah. So I noticed, so I know I was indirectly responsible for my friend being sexually assaulted. Not gonna get into details. But after I was raped, I found that I know exactly how it happened, I just don't remember details. But I noticed that the dark streak, I've always had a dark streak since I was a child. And that came out as I found death humorous. I found, outside of trauma, I found death, stress, and loud noises to be fucking hilarious. I would laugh on a plane during takeoff and landing because I believed that the wing was going to fall off because my mum had paranoia, and I would just giggle. We used to call it a scriggle or a scream because I would scream giggle. I would like that kind of thing. So yeah, I found that I was developing literally ADHD is so strong. I'm not medicated. Okay, well, that's another video, and I'll probably upload it today because I know I'm like, I developed a sort of voice in my head. The mean streak I had cracked, separate from me. And it concentrated and it personified. And I remember I got into this fucking weird relationship, which I now identify as a mutually abusive relationship with several illegalities related. But that is when it concentrated because I saw this person as a toy. I still remember I don't remember the entire conversation, but I remember I have flashbacks. Basically, I don't know what to do now. I don't know if I want to run through my entire background. No, I don't. Because that's possibly gonna set me off. Sorry, give me a minute, because... Okay, plan. I'm gonna talk about present day. Who I have. Okay, what identifiers who I have. And my status. So, bookmarking, identify people, general. Okay, so who I have, I've already forgotten. Whatever. Fuck it. I literally am unable to plan. I am just going to talk. So, at this present day, it is currently Friday the 4th of October in UK times. we identifiers, that was it. I have alters or multiple personalities. I am very solidly, and I am no longer in denial about this. So, identifiers. Nobody likes to be referred, like, I as host, I do not like to be referred to as a system regarding alters. That is a bottom line. For other people, go ahead. If that is kind of how you define, feel free. I genuinely feel uncomfortable being referred to as alters. And not in a pronoun way in the sense of trans people, but just I prefer, if people, say a friend was talking to me, to a third party about me, and they were discussing my mental situation, I would prefer if they described me as they and them, just sort of, how do I put this, non-binary neutral pronouns used as a plural. If it's talking about one person, for example myself, yeah, I am she. So I'm going to give you a basic run through. I am Angie. I always have been. I know my childhood. I did not divide early on in my life. My newest is Kyle, who is basically my twin brother. He has many similarities to me, except in the opposite sex, in that he gets more hyper than attentive, but he is 19. I'm 19. He is male. I'm female. But he can either be like super effeminate, or hyper masculine, in the same way that I can be hyper effeminate, or super masculine. I genuinely see him to be my male physical counterpart. I believe he is dyslexic. He literally, I know the keyboard layout from memory. I don't know how to put it. Whatever. Sorry. I know keyboard layout from memory. He does not. He will look at the keyboard. He knows how to spell basic things, but for example, I'm gonna say perceived, because I don't want people to be influenced by the words I am using. His perceived dyslexia changes in the way that people with ADHD can hyper-focus and be completely inattentive. It's like the opposite. Where I'm hyper-focused, for example, I know the keyboard layout from memory, he is completely inattentive to it, the words start to scramble. And his, I don't know how to put them, trigger words? Not trigger words like panic attack. Trigger words, for example, words that he has very bad and inconsistent spelling of, change. For example, the other day it was the word thought, like idea, like I am thinking, I had a thought. THOUGHT. He could not spell it. He literally did not. He spells how he sounds it out verbally. For example, thought is THOT, thought. Begone, thought. Sorry. I'm in such a strange mood. How do I block this light? Oh, wait. Behave. Yeah. Okay, whatever. But yeah, Kyle is my male twin counterpart. He is my twin brother. I see him as the same. He is incredibly dominant because I do go through depression. I do go through. From what I can tell, and from what I have been treated for and referred to, this is not an official statement, but this is how I have perceived my treatments. I am currently suffering from depression. I do get seasonal affective. That's a no video, I think, maybe, possibly. But I do get seasonal affective depression. I have made that clear. Disorder. I do have ADHD diagnosed. Like, bottom line, you cannot disconfirm it. I've been on medication since I was like 5. I have ADHD. Closer to ADD, but that doesn't exist because of compound. I have multiple personalities, and I'm genuinely happy to answer any question about it. But yeah, I am diagnosed, and diagnosed meaning being treated for depression, ADHD, diagnosed including being treated for depression, ADHD, PTSD for childhood trauma, and concurrent trauma later in life. I would carry on. But I tend to zone out, and I literally shut down. I cannot think. I cannot speak. I'm going to end the video here. But thank you for dealing with my bullshit, and I will carry on at some point.